India plans to deploy its longest-range and most potent nuclear-capable ballistic missile, Agni-V, this year. The deployment has been fast-tracked because of the Indo-China standoff along the Line of Actual Control, LAC. As per reports, the indigenously developed missile, which is undergoing its final assessments, would be deployed at strategic locations as selected by the armed forces. Viewers may note that on the 10th of December 2018, the last test launch of Agni-V was successfully conducted from the Launching Complex 4 of the Integrated Test Range (ITR) at Abdul Kalam Island. The test completed the Agni-V pre-induction trials. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how the deployment of Agni-V Intercontinental Ballistic Missile will change the balance of power between India and China. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. On the 15th of June 2019, Indian and Chinese soldiers clashed in eastern Ladakh's Galwan Valley. The valley refers to the land between steep mountains and the Galwan River. It's strategically located between Ladakh in the west and Aksai Chin in the east. Both India and China have suffered significant casualties. The Indian Army stated that 20 Army personnel died, while China didn't disclose its numbers. U.S. officials, quoting intelligence sources, said that the Chinese Army suffered 35 casualties and stated that China didn't disclose its numbers as it's come as a major embarrassment for the communist regime. Though multiple talks between the two countries have taken place at different levels since then, tensions have not died down. The conflict seemed to have fundamentally changed India's view of China and is now aggressively arming itself. In the last 3 months alone, India has carried out around 30 tests of different weapon systems, which include several kinds of missiles. The Agni-V is a 3-stage, solid-fueled missile with composite motor casing in the second and third stages. It's developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization. In many aspects, the Agni-V carries forward the Agni-III pedigree. With composites used extensively to reduce weight and a third stage added on, the Agni-V can fly significantly more than its predecessors. Agni-V's actual range is classified, though the reported range of Agni-V is 5,000 kilometers or around 3,100 miles. It's widely believed that Agni-V has a range of more than 8,000 kilometers or around 4,970 miles. Chinese experts have claimed after the first test in 2012 that the missile has the potential to reach targets 8,000 kilometers away. India will continue to keep ambiguity over the range of the missile, probably to address the Western audience who may feel uncomfortable with India's ability to reach their shores. Even with a stated range of 5,000 kilometers, Agni-V can hit most parts of China, including Beijing. The Agni-V is specially tailored for road mobility and is canisterized as well. The missile utilizes a canister and will be launched from it. Made of miraging steel, the canister provides a hermetically sealed atmosphere that preserves the missile for years. Since the missile is ejected using a gas generator from the canister, the missile could be launched from any pre-surveyed launch location without the need for any pre-built launch site. It provides the forces with prerequisite operational flexibility to swiftly launch the missile as per requirement on short notice. The launcher, which is known as the Transport-cum-Tilting Vehicle 5, is a 140-ton, 30-meter, 7-axle trailer pulled by a 3-axle Volvo truck. The canister design reduces the reaction time drastically, just a few minutes from stop to launch, and makes it very hard to take out with a preempted strike. As the missile enters the Earth's atmosphere, the atmospheric air rubbing its outer surface skin raises the temperature to beyond 4,000 degrees Celsius. The indigenously designed and developed heat shield maintain the inside temperature at less than 50 degrees Celsius. Agni-V has a speed of Mach 24 and an accuracy of less than 10 meters. It has multiple simultaneous guidance systems like ring laser gyroscope and inertial navigation system, optionally augmented by GPS and Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System (IRNSS). Terminal guidance possibly has radar scene correlation. The multiple guidance systems make it very hard to jam. The missile is India's most advanced in its Agni series missile. The name means fire in Hindi. It's capable of delivering a payload of 1.5 tons, enough to carry a fusion-assisted fissile nuclear warhead. Though exact details are classified, it's also widely speculated that Agni-V feature multiple independently reentry vehicles, MIRVs. MIRV is critical because of the following. 1. Each missile can carry 2 to 6 separate nuclear warheads. 2. Each warhead can be assigned to a different target. 3. MIRV-capable missiles are much harder to intercept when compared to a normal missile, since they saturate the anti-ballistic missile defense system with n number of warheads simultaneously. 4. MIRVs ensure a credible second strike capability, even with few missiles. A Chinese missile expert had earlier warned that India's latest test of Agni-V, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, poses a direct threat to China's security. The statement was published in China's Global Times, which is considered to be the government's mouthpiece. China has raised concerns about Agni-V on multiple occasions. The concerns are legitimate, as now India has the missile with the capability to strike deep inside China, and this has stabilized the balance of power, which was earlier heavily tilted towards China. Agni-V is primarily for enhancing India's nuclear deterrence against China. Until this, the longest-range missile India had was Agni-3, with a range of 3,000 to 3,500 kilometers. This range was not sufficient to reach targets in the extreme eastern and northeastern region of China. Most of the important economic centers of China lay on its eastern seaboard. With the induction of the missile, India can respond to a Chinese nuclear attack with massive retaliation, as laid out in the nuclear doctrine. Thus, the missile will play an important role in establishing a credible deterrence vis-a-vis China. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comments section. This will help us improve.